president. This way everybody's interested in. And do I need to say the candidates? There are three candidates: Hillary Clinton, Martin O'Malley, and the guy named Bernie Sanders. Hillary Clinton, 53%. Bernie Sanders, 28%. Don't know, 15%. O'Malley, and then we put Rocky De La Fuente because he's on the ballot, so we included everybody on the ballot.
The interesting thing here, you know, Hillary's running into big problems in Iowa and in New Hampshire. She begins to open up the campaign process once she comes to South Carolina, and then on the 15th, Super Tuesday with Ohio, Florida, and North Carolina. And I think you're going to continue to see support. That's where her campaign will actually open up. My argument, though, is not necessarily, I don't think Hillary needs to be worried as much about Bernie Sanders as the national press is making out. I think she's got more legal issues on the email front than perhaps Bernie Sanders. I don't think at the end of the day, the Democratic establishment, and they're probably more disciplined right now than the Republican establishment, that they will allow Bernie Sanders to be the nominee. If Hillary runs into legal problems, the person who more than likely will step in is going to be the vice president.
Okay, we've got to start speeding up, but go ahead, question.
Real quick, Hillary is openly counting on the African-American vote in South Carolina, from the crosstabs, the African-American vote supporting Hillary overwhelmingly in North Carolina, and where's Bernie Sanders getting his support?
I got it. Okay, I
anticipated the question.
Yes. They did not have access to this, but I wanted to give a couple. We don't want to dive too deep because we can get wrapped up in all these numbers. Hillary Clinton wins African Americans 72-14. That's the basis of her main support. What's interesting, I looked at these because of the national thing. Bernie Sanders is winning the under 40 vote completely. He's winning that vote. He's winning the unaffiliated vote. And he's winning women 18-44, men 18-44. Hillary is winning the over 41-year-old vote. She's getting the older voter. Though in a primary, older voters are better than younger voters because they tend to turn out. So we asked a question because everybody's going, well, what if on the Republican side, there's this big thing about if the right person doesn't win the nomination, what happens? Do they vote for a third party? If a certain person, I should say. Suppose your preferred presidential candidate is not nominated by the Democratic Party. Will you still support the Democratic Party candidate for president in the November general election? 72% said yes. 18% said they may not support it. And 9% don't know. Now, that's kind of a general question. So we made it more specific. And we said if your preferred presidential candidate is not nominated by the Democrat, would you consider supporting them if they decide to make a bid for the presidency as an independent? 45% said they would consider supporting him as an independent. 42% said no, they would support the Democratic nominee. And of the, 58% of the Sanders voters said they would consider supporting him as an independent. Only 36 said they would support the Democratic nominee. Clinton, 42% of hers said they would consider supporting an independent run, and 49 said they would support the Democratic nominee.